It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Oh, let's review.
We'll analyze the scene.
Sounds holly and jolly to me.
Before it's over, let's begin.
Bum.
Bum.
Yes, season's greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And Blue Dragon 5.
And the fast food critic.
No.
Oh, dear God. Let's not talk about him. Let's not talk about him. All right. Okay, since the Christmas season is upon us, we thought the way to celebrate would be with some holiday reviews.
12 to be exact. Decoratively divided into 4 categories for your Yuletide pleasure.
So without further ado, silver up those bells, light the multicolored lights, and go out and build a snowman to join us as we get into some seasonal shenanigans. Ooh, put my headphones on all weird. Yeah, synthetic-centric. Woo.
Then
How are you
tonight's
doing tonight?
reasonably well.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, tonight, or I'm sorry, Blue Dragon 5 category.
Tonight's category is kind of in our other/nostalgic category, pretty much like what else we had left over category. Especially in this case, for what are we? So what are we talking about? This is kind of our other category. So what are we talking about tonight, Tiki?
Well, we're talking about Tim Allen in a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, Christmas with the Kranks.
It's gonna be one of those movies.
Hey, you know what? People in Hawaiian shirts during Christmas is a beautiful thing.
Well, for Bryan Cranston.
I think people in Hawaiian shirts any time of the year is a beautiful thing.
John Lasseter, hugely popular guy with that.
I don't even know. I think this movie is shit. People need to get over themselves. Christmas is a thing that you celebrate if you're Christian. And yo, if you want to go to Hawaii, that's your own business.
All right. Well, let's.
Wait. Has anyone here actually read the book? The book the movie was based on?
Whoa.
Skipping Christmas?
No, I'm glad you actually brought that up.
Whoa.
Yeah,
This
by
is
John
based
Grisham.
on a movie.
Yeah.
Haven't read it.
John Grisham, like usually like a thriller writer.
Did you read that movie?
No, I didn't read it, but I know my mom did. She reads a lot of John Grisham books, and this one was one of the few that was not.
Wait, it's a John Grisham book?
Yeah, like.
Yes.
About law.
Yeah, I know who John Grisham is. That's really weird.
Yeah.
I know, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That
All
is
right,
weird.
so
Pertinent that somebody bring
Yo.
up.
Here, I gotta step out. You want to take my spot for a second?
Okay.
All right. I'll be back.
What?
I'm taking the spot.
Amanda's gonna take my spot.
Yeah.
all right. Well, while you're gone, I'll just do a little summary of the movie, just because that's how we like to start it off. Okay, so Christmas with the Kranks. Yeah, it's about this asshole who wants to skip Christmas, and then it's about this asshole who wants to stop him. There we go. That's the movie.
Come on, be a little more specific. Come on.
All right, fine. So, Tim Allen is a man who most every Christmas is way into the Christmas spirit, decorates his house and everything, is part of a big neighborhood Christmas decorating thing-a-majigger. But then one day, because his daughter went off to join the Peace Corps, he decides, hey, Jamie Lee Curtis, let's skip Christmas. And so they do. And the whole town is a massive asshole about it. Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah. And then, oh no, last minute twist, we have to get Christmas together, hijinks.
Pretty much.
So, on seasonal shenanigans, this is the one selection that is a genuinely bad movie, that there's no argument for. This movie is shit. It just is. So, just I mean, just look at the box art. Just look at how pissed off Dan Aykroyd looks.
I feel so bad for Dan Aykroyd.
Just revel in that. Just revel in that. He's just like,
Yeah.
I want to talk about
Kevin.
What?
I'm judging you for skipping Christmas. Okay. So
Let's rein it in a little. Let's get on point.
Honestly, I don't get the concept of this movie purely because, like, I don't get what's the big deal about skipping Christmas. Like, I don't get why.
The whole point of the movie is that having a community and tradition is more important than the idea of having individual hopes and dreams for Christmas. The whole thing is that they were skipping Christmas and skipping out on what was regularly a community event and community type things like bringing out the big frosty snowman and putting it on your roof. And that's why people were so all up in arms about them going away on a cruise for Christmas.
Oh. Well, I just don't get that because I'm not rich in life.
So let's do a quick rundown of our characters and our dynamics. I know not a lot of them are there, so it should be really easy. So let's see, just real quick. So we got Luther, played by Tim Allen.
So Tim Allen is on coke,
He's not on. Oh, come on.
and that's his role.
He's not on coke.
Kevin, back me up on this.
Well, he's pretty crazy. I don't know.
He looks like he is coked out of his mind.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, in his eyes, he looks like he is on drugs. That's what I mean.
He's
pretty crazy.
Just look at that. Just look at that. Come on.
We just stop judging the whole thing by the box art, okay? We watch the movie, okay,
I will
people?
never stop judging the whole thing by the box art.
Look, the box art sucks. We got it. Moving on.
As long as you've seen the movie.
Oh dear. This podcast is as shitty as the movie itself.
All right. Look, so we got Blair, we got Walt and Bev Shield, we got Vic Frohmeyer and his son Spike.
Okay. Well, so yeah. So Spike, he's Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle. So there's that.
And Dan Aykroyd's Vic Frohmeyer. Again, pretty much committing career suicide. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they just should have cast Bryan Cranston, man.
That would be awesome.
Well, Kevin, do you know about the one Christmas movie with Bryan Cranston in it?
No.
It's called 'Twas the Night. It was a Disney movie.
Oh.
Very it's fun. It's definitely worth a watch for just the novelty of it.
All right, so Dan Aykroyd plays this asshole who's an asshole throughout the whole movie, except in the last 20 minutes when he suddenly becomes a really good neighbor for no reason.
All right. We seem to be kind of jumping categories here.
No, I'm going through relationships and dynamics.
Okay, well, why? Okay, so we have Luthor and Vic Frohmeyer. Okay.
Okay, so he's an asshole to Tim Allen because Tim Allen wants to take a vacation.
I sense a speed bump here. So yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. So the big kind of big flaw of this movie, especially he's kind of epitomized between the relationship between these two guys. We got Luthor, Crank, Tim Allen. He wants to skip Christmas. Mainly, the main thing though is Blair, their daughter, is going to the Peace Corps, as we mentioned previously. So they want to reasonably skip Christmas because it makes sense. It's a very reasonable suggestion. Like, our daughter's not here, we do it for her for Christmas, so she's not here, so why celebrate? Let's do something else instead, like go on a cruise. Okay.
They literally map out the budget, and it makes complete sense. It's perfect.
Exactly. All reasonable. First act, fine. Well, not on the entire first. I'm saying the first few 10 minutes. Okay. Simple. Just laying it all out there. Fine.
Yeah.
Then, so pretty much they have their mission statement for the movie. Okay, we're going to skip Christmas. Well, because why celebrate? We're not. Our big reason for celebrating is kind of gone. And they just want to be left alone with that. But Frohmeyer, Nora, the wife, Jamie Lee Curtis, she's pointing out, well, the neighbors expect us to celebrate Christmas. Come on, it's not that.
And so enter this asshole.
Yes, pretty much representing the whole neighborhood. He's kind of like the unelected mob boss of the neighborhood, according to them.
He's kind of like Hank Hill in King of the Hill. You know what I mean? He's kind of like the king of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now, to be fair, at first the way he initially approaches it isn't half bad. Vic Frohmeyer. He's just casually. Obviously, the motivations for it are completely.
No, he's just being a subtle asshole, not a full-blown asshole.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the way he's approaching it, of course, the motivations make him seem that way. But I mean, the acting on that scene was just like casually talking to him. Like you get a sense of these two guys are neighbors. I want to give Aykroyd props on that one.
Sure.
So props on that one. Then the rest of it, again, it's not Aykroyd we should be faulting for that part. It's more so that he's getting really crappy material to work with.
I mean, to be fair, I do think Akyroyd is one of the more genuinely entertaining parts of this movie. I'll give him that much.
Certainly. So the point is, he is kind of representing. I'm sorry, Singer.
You trying to say something, bro?
No.
Oh no! Now we're getting your echo.
Right. So
Oh God.
So.
No.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay. So let's see. What was I saying about Frohmeyer? So yeah, pretty much just all the neighborhood. They're being unrealistically just against this whole idea. How can you skip Christmas? I mean, how? And again, just the simple answer is, well, because their daughter's not around. And he says that the Frohmeyer there, and Frohmeyer says, well, still put up Frosty, which for the light. He basically wants the house decorated, which Luther says no to, which he has every right to say no, because I'm not sorry. It's like people around Halloween. They don't always have to decorate their houses. No one bothers them.
Okay, but this is like one thing I'll give this movie is I do know neighborhoods that are like this, where I do know neighborhoods that like the whole neighborhood relies on every house being lit up to kind of complete the scene. So I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I can kind of relate to the idea in that sense.
Certainly. Again, that's what I want to emphasize here. The initial scene fits within all that. Okay, it's a reasonable response. Okay, he's just bringing it up. Well, why don't you just basically saying, hey, well, you could decorate the house for the neighborhood lighting, kind of like it's tradition, pretty much. And pretty much just vanishes ominously. Then it kind of takes a downhill turn.
Uh-huh.
From that point forward, then it's all unrealistic for the whole movie.
Oh yes. I know. I'm just saying, like, I think Luther is a little bit unreasonable in the whole Frosty thing. I think he's kind of being an asshole.
Yes, I'm with you with that. Basically, when Frohmeyer makes the offer to basically the whole neighborhood makes the offer, you bring him out of the basement, we'll put him on your roof for you, which I think is entirely reasonable.
Perfectly reasonable. Yeah, exactly.
And later on in the film, that's a huge plot hole I have with it. Like Luther almost kills himself putting up Frosty. I'm like, they spent the whole first 2 acts of the movie saying they're going to put it up for you if you take it like the whole free Frosty business. You just put it out there. Why are you doing it yourself?
All right. Well, any other? Okay, well, you want to mention Jamie Lee Curtis, who's like the one character that's not an asshole.
Yes. Let's talk about the husband-wife dynamic we got here, like Luther and Nora.
Well, I mean, there's really not much to it. Tim Allen's kind of an asshole, except the rest of the town are bigger assholes. This is like the podcast where I'm trying to say the word asshole as many times as possible.
Yeah, can we scale back that a little?
No.
Just a smidge.
I'll try.
Guardian it up a little bit.
Asshole. Ass!
Okay, Kevin.
I'm saying let's Guardians of the Galaxy it up a little bit. Make it funny.
Ass!
Okay, moving on.
I think this game is ass!
Alright.
Bullshit! It's a pile of bullshit! With diarrhea tongue!
Alright. So,
this is what you get when you ask us to be appropriate.
Okay, so, think about...
Yeah,
so Luther and Nora, I think they got a good rapport going on. Like, obviously, before the events of the movie take on, you get a sense that these two have been married.
Yeah, they're a married couple. You get a sense that they're married.
I mean, you got in the beginning of the movie, you got some quiet moments between them, just like the simple, like they're saying things they're not actually saying, of like they miss.
I'm gonna say something about this movie.
Right?
It's sick how obsessed the parents are. It's sick how obsessed they are with their fucking kid, like their daughter. Like it's like, oh yeah, she's gotta come home for fucking Christmas. Oh fuck yeah, she's coming home for Christmas. Oh my fucking god, we gotta cancel all our fucking plans. Oh fuck yeah.
Okay, well to be fair, that's mostly the mother.
Only Jamie Lee Curtis that does that.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you. That is like Jamie Lee Curtis is like she's for the most part not an asshole in this movie, but like yeah, she's kind of like a way over the top possessive mother. I'll agree with you there.
Oh my god, our kids are coming home! Ah!
Oh, I have to go fucking like do like races in the grocery store to get the ham shenanigans.
Oh my god! Let's enact all the fucking cliches of Christmas! Whoa!
Right. Well, I mean, I like
If you're trying to make this podcast professional, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
Professional? No, I'm trying to make this podcast as unprofessional as I possibly can. Fuck this podcast. And fuck you, Tyler. And,
well, fuck you too, buddy.
And you, I don't know you, Blue Dragon, but I like you. You're sexy.
Thanks.
Oh, God.
Someone's been dipping into the eggnog. Okay.
Welcome to Christmas, motherfuckers! Let's review the Christmas of the Kranks! This is the only way I could do it! Yeah!
Okay, that's a fair point. That is a fair point.
I hate this movie.
Okay, well, why? Let's just get into why. Just don't.
Why? Because it's a definition. It is literally the definition of like, oh my god, why don't families just get along during Christmas? What would do? Because that's not how fucking families work. I literally swear this movie is made by fucking 60 to 70-year-old producers who were literally like, yeah, I just want to hang out with my grandson. Wabbity 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 wah.
All right.
Literally, I'm just sick of this movie. Like, this movie has no understanding of what Christmas is really about, and that's like it's so more complex than like.
No, this movie is literally. You know what's hilarious about this movie is that Tim Allen at the beginning is trying to get away from the commercialism of Christmas, and then throughout the whole movie, it's just like, bam, bam, commercialism is good. Commercialism is good.
It's just it doesn't even understand itself. It's just like a fucking.
All right. Any more character interactions to go over Blue Dragon 5 for all these complex characters?
Yeah, I think the point's kind of moot on that one. Let's move on to some scenes.
Hey guys, we should review Caligula. Those have complex characters. No.
You're right, they do. It does. Alright, favorite scenes. Kevin, go first. I'm putting you on the spot. Name a favorite scene from this movie.
Okay, the scene when they're in the grocery store, like, arguing about, like, fucking, like, if they want to celebrate Christmas or not. That is my favorite scene.
You mean in the car, or do you mean, like, when they're in the restaurant?
In the grocery store. Like, trying to buy, like, a turkey or a ham, and they're like, well, fuck this. Like, we should just not celebrate Christmas at all.
Well, they actually... I think you're kind of getting your scenes mixed up.
Yeah, that's when they're like around they're eating maybe turkey. Basically, Tim Allen.
And then that's when Tim Allen comes out with this.
The business proposal, and the gag is she thinks he's proposing sex at the moment, and she's gussying herself up, and he comes in with a boombox.
I feel like the grocery store scene was where that kind of began, where that kind of annoyal with with the holiday scene, with the holiday vibe or scene began. Like, they're in the grocery store and they're like trying to shop for holiday, groceries, and they get annoyed with the holiday scene. I mean, to me, that's the most iconic scene.
Uh, Fella, I'm just saying.
You sound like I'm so wrong.
You are?
So wrong. I'm so wrong that I'm like way off in left field, and you're just like, no.
Well, I hate to break this to you. That there is no scene in the entire film where Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis are in the grocery store together. She sent him in there.
I swore they're in the grocery store.
This is why I rewatch movies before I do podcasts.
It's in the trailer.
Well, look, not every as well as I do. Not everything that's in the trailer appears in the movie.
I remember watching that movie, and I clearly remember an iconic scene of them in a grocery store arguing.
Well, there is an iconic scene in a grocery store, but it's just Jamie Lee Curtis chasing some other...
Okay, are you thinking of, like, when they go, like, to the bar in the mall?
No! I'm thinking of them in the grocery store.
None of them, both of them they are in the car outside the grocery store, and she is in the grocery store, and there's no scene where the two of them are walking through a grocery store. I'm sorry to break it to you, there's no scene in the movie.
Well, clearly that's a very missed opportunity of the iconic scene of a couple.
You could say that with a straight face.
Any other scenes?
All right, Greg, your favorite scene?
Okay, well, my favorite scene, let's see. I think probably the best scene in the movie is it's when Luther is there's this really good shot when he's walking over to the neighbor's house. He's standing in between the two houses. He's had like a rivalry with not a big rivalry or anything, but he's always been an offensive thing with Walt, the neighbor who was from Home Improvement, who played his father-in-law in Home Improvement, by the way. He was really good in that. Yeah, two people from Home Improvement are in this movie. Him and Tom Poston. Tom Poston plays the father, who's awesome. Well, Tom Poston himself is awesome, And he was good as a
and this
priest.
neighbor character is like the one part of this movie where it's like...
Remember that movie with Danny DeVito and fucking, like...
Matthew Broderick?
Yeah. Does anybody remember that movie?
I remember.
This is like a shitty mainstream version of that fucking movie. I hate this movie.
Well, it has a few more redeeming values than Deck the Halls, I assure you.
No, it doesn't! No, it doesn't! That movie is like 4 times better.
I've never seen Deck the Halls, so I can't comment.
It has Danny DeVito in it. Danny DeVito makes that movie like 4 times better.
Nah,
But I fucking hate Matthew Broderick, though.
And the movie they wasted on that money is amazing because they shot that movie like literally on like in Canada where it snowed, but then they created an indoor fucking set. It's so amazing. I love it. It's so amazing. But this movie is just shit. Christmas of the Kranks really should just be forgotten, and we shouldn't even be talking about this because there's nothing significant or amazing about this movie at all. Literally, it is just Tim Allen, like, cracked out for 2 hours with Jamie Lee Curtis going on about, like, fucking, like, oh my god, we should fucking celebrate Christmas more. Holy shit. Whoa!
And Dan Aykroyd being passive.
Yeah, don't forget Dan Aykroyd. Everyone laughed. That's probably the best part about this movie, actually.
I agree with that, yeah.
Well, yeah, like literally everyone should see this movie for the fact that it has Dan Aykroyd being passive-aggressive. Somebody should splice the scenes of Dan Aykroyd being passive-aggressive with Bill Murray being passive-aggressive in another movie, and that would make an amazing movie. That would make the best movie of all time, and we should make that. Okay, that is our goal from now on. We should start a Kickstarter to make the Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, passive-aggressive movie. That needs to be a thing. Right now. We need to do that.
Let's put a pin in that.
Somehow I get the feeling we're not going to be able to get through any good scenes.
Well, let me continue with the one here. So the point is that actually one genuinely good scene in the movie is after all this stuff, pretty much after the neighbors have come around, pretty much they pulled off the impossible job of the last minute Christmas for the daughter, who's come back unexpectedly. Luther he realizes the shields across the way. By the way, one of them's stricken with breast cancer, and her health is fluctuating, and it looks like she's.
But I like how they don't explicitly state that it's cancer. I like how Tim Allen just asks how her health is, and she has good days and bad days. I think that was really it's like shockingly enough. That's one of the very few.
Are you fucking kidding me? I've watched this movie several fucking times, and I've never even known that character was supposed to have cancer.
Well, they mention it once. One scene.
What?
Okay, well.
What? Fuck you, movie. Fuck you, movie, for having more balls. Like, seriously, what the fuck? It's just fucking cancer. Like, oh my fucking
I got
God.
the test results back. I definitely have breast cancer.
I don't even remember that. Like, is that supposed to be a dramatic fucking moment? Is that supposed to be the big, serious moment?
No,
like, oh my
Kevin,
God, we should forgive this movie because it has, like, a serious cancer moment? Like,
No, it's
No.
a quote from the room,
No.
Kevin.
No! What the fuck? This movie is a terrible movie, and it should never be forgotten as a terrible movie. It has a fucking simple little, like, oh my God, like, literally, it's like a dropped-in cancer scene. Like, the worst of the worst. Like, oh, hey, we should exploit a fucking terrible disease that people...
All right, listen, fella, there's no cancer scene. It's a line mentioning cancer. The point is...
Oh, it's just a line. It's just a line. That makes it okay. That makes it fine. A-okay. It's fine.
It's not about the cancer. It's about... No. Look, the point I'm saying with this scene is that he sees like the neighbors have been through a lot, and it's like it really kind of silly the scene. Like their neighbors probably your grandparents' neighborhood or something who have like ailing. They have their own troubles. Like kind of a nice old couple from across the street sometimes give it the business. Sometimes. Now the point is Luthor comes over there and he just visits him. It's a really nicely played scene of It's a nicely played scene of him, like checking in on him. Pretty much, they didn't come to the Christmas party because they were kind of used to being alone.
Now a podcast.
I give this podcast 0 earbuds.
I don't even know what is wrong with this movie. I'm serious. We should fuck this movie.
Kevin, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with Blue Dragon 5 and say this is the one.
Hey, Blue Dragon 5. Have you seen Caligula? We should like rape this movie like it was our sister. It would be amazing. I feel like we should rape this movie.
I don't think he ever
Let's
actually raped
bend it over. Let's bend it over.
Oh God. Oh,
Okay,
dear.
we're a little much. Little much.
This is just too much. I think this podcast is going to be legendary for all the wrong reasons.
Yes. Anyway, so the point is,
whatever gets us to Saintdom, it really doesn't matter. Blue Dragon 5, you may regret this when you're 30 or 40 years old, but me and Tyler, me and Tiki, we'll be living it up.
Kevin, I actually agree with him that this is the one scene in the movie that's actually fairly genuine.
yeah, to Tim Allen's credit, I always like it when Tim Allen does a little bit of dramatic stuff. I'm not saying this is like most
I
dramatic.
am Tim Allen! Woobity.
Yeah.
Go home, Kevin. You're drunk. Yes, I know. I wish I could do as much coke as Tim Allen, but all I can do is drink alcohol experience for you folks at home. I'm sorry. I am truly sorry. Next time I will try and do coke. I will try to obtain that for you.
Right. The point is, we've actually kind of a genuine moment here of like kind of concern for the neighbors, and pretty much he raises past kind of all the crap in the movie and kind of says, he does something nice. He gives him the tickets he was kind of coveting the whole movie, and the reason this whole thing got thrown into production. This whole little this whole like putting together like a last ditch effort at Christmas, all the pettiness of
yeah.
and he just kind of gives them these. He gives them
last ditch effort is a truly the best explanation of this, because as far as I can think, I haven't seen Tim Allen in another movie since this. So, hey.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I feel bad, Blue Dragon.
I like that.
You always make me feel bad, Blue Dragon. Why? I don't know why.
It felt kind of,
All right, can we finish the explanation of the scene?
Sure.
I felt that contrived is the right word.
Sorry, I'm having all
Dragon. Drag.
Okay, sorry.
Oh God.
Okay, look, just the
Welcome to the Third Person Podcast. Oh yeah.
Oh, this is quality podcast.
Okay, just to wrap up on, I personally I think it's a nice moment. It's just kind of him realizing it's not about what you set out.
This one.
Oh God.
This is one to edit right here.
Oh.
The point is, it's a nice moment, and I'll admit, in the whole grand scheme of things, maybe a little cliche, but it's a genuine moment of being nice to your fellow neighbors who probably you can tell are kind of a little more in need than you are at the moment, and he does say nice for them, and it's a one gem in the movie.
That's the thing. I actually like the message of this movie. It's just the way that it's executed makes me just want to actually make a bunch of jokes and make fun of it. Like the way that Tim Allen acts and the way that Jamie Lee Curtis acts and the way that this entire movie is executed. I love the message. Like, if this movie were executed in a far better manner, I would totally dig it. Like, I would totally understand it. But the way that it's executed in this kind of shove it down your throat, kind of like you have to fucking accept the Christmas spirit kind of message, or else you're just basically evil, kind of that's how that movie made me feel. And it's I don't dig that. That's like, what if you're Jewish? What if you follow other things? What if you're this movie is
What if a Jewish person happened to live on that block?
Yeah, exactly. This movie is completely and completely biased. And I agree with the message to a degree, but at the same time, the way that this message is executed is very, very offensive. I'm as a person of German descent, I don't agree with this. I just feel like this is a thing that is trying to make people conform to their way of life, and that is not okay. That is exactly the meaning of oppressing another way of life, and that's not cool.
Dan
I don't
Aykroyd
agree with
oppressed
this movie
you,
at all.
Kevin.
I hate this movie 100%, and I agree with the message that it tries to impose on people, in the sense that it's just trying to impose hey, let's all have a happy holidays and celebrate Christmas and stuff. But at the same time, it really does not fulfill that message, because in a way, it's very oppressive and it's very uninclusive, and that's offensive, and I don't agree with that. And I feel this movie could have been better written to include other ways of thinking and other ways of religion, or just better written to include another message in terms of how it's written. It's just not very well written. It's just all about hey, yo, we should celebrate Christmas, and those people who don't celebrate Christmas are fucked up, yo. Fuck them. Yeah, fuck them. Ugh.
Viewed it as a satire of Christmas.
But it's not that. It's literally, I guess so. I guess because Dan Aykroyd's character is so over the top. If you view it as a satire of those people who over celebrate Christmas and like over
Like a horror story.
like a horror story of people who like
Kind of
over
like the Stepford Wives.
yeah, but people who like
If that was, if they kind of went more in that direction, I would totally like it. I agree. If like
exactly.
Dan Aykroyd was meant to just be like, but
I
no,
feel
Dan
like
Aykroyd turns nice in the end. Everyone turns nice in the end. They go
I
from
feel like
asshole to nice.
I feel like they were just like almost like the director maybe was going in that direction, but the production company was maybe too scared to fully embrace that idea, or whatever happened during the production process caused them to not fully embrace the idea of someone like over embracing Christmas to the point of it becoming almost like a sick idea of like this like oh Christmas is the most important thing of all, like fuck everything else. Like I feel like that's what they were going for at first, but then somewhere along the way in production that got abandoned for a more acceptable, like family-friendly kind of story, and that's
Oh,
where this.
speaking of family friendly, Kevin. Speaking of family friendly, guess what it says on the box? A hilarious family comedy. And in case you didn't get that point, the one critic review that they managed to find is a movie for the whole family. Not even a good movie for the whole family, just a movie. It's a movie for the family.
Tiki,
It's a movie.
Tiki, me and you have been going on for a while. I want to hear what what Blue Dragon 5 has to say. You've been silent for a while. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's just a scene where our protagonists are bikini clad in a tanning salon really screams family friendly, doesn't it?
And also the scene right afterwards where they encounter the preacher in nothing but their skimpy bathing suits. Yeah.
I mean, the scene when they're in the restaurant and Tim Allen has just gotten Botox and he literally can't even move his freaking mouth. That scene is creepy as fuck. Literally as a 7. If I was a little kid, I could not watch that scene. I would be creeped the fuck out. I mean, it's an adult, it's nothing, but I mean, I don't know.
But that is probably my favorite scene in the movie because it's filled with unintentional comedy. There you go. I'm done.
Well, yeah, just a few quick highlights, perhaps. I think they're good actors in this movie. Of course, we can all agree they didn't turn in as good performances as they should have. Because of the story.
I genuinely think Tim Allen was on drugs when he made this movie. I mean, say what you will, but I genuinely
Yeah, hold on.
Tim Allen not on drugs.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like Tim Allen was on drugs when he recorded Toy Story 2. So
okay, let's hold off on that one.
I mean, well,
You're butchering Blue Dragon 5's childhood here, Kevin.
Oh, I'm sorry, Blue Dragon.
You're like telling him that Santa doesn't exist.
No, but you can tell by the way he's like, to infinity and beyond. That guy, you have to understand. Okay, you have to understand who he.
Wait.
Hold on. No. No, it was Tim Allen. And you have to understand the kind of person Tim Allen is in order to understand why he was probably on drugs when he recorded those lines. And it's like, the way that guy is, it's like he's the most, like, macho man, like, kind of guy who, like, probably watches football. And, like, when he recorded those lines, he was probably just, like, cringing in his seat when he read those lines. Like, I hate to be that guy, but it's like, those are iconic lines, but the way that Tim Allen read them originally is literally like, oh shit, I better get drunk so that I can read these lines and, like, be embarrassed by them.
Alright, well,
Because
look.
Tim Allen is a jock. What do you want from me?
Alright, well, let's move on to Tim Allen. Like, we can all agree that, well, I don't know. Tim Allen is clearly on something in this movie.
I disagree with that, but yeah.
He takes, he drinks alcohol, he smokes coke, he he probably inhales it too. You know, he does all the drugs.
Okay, Jamie Lee Curtis. She is.
She's
I
probably
know. What do you think of Jamie Lee Curtis, Blue Dragon 5? You haven't mentioned her much.
Again, I think less drugs, more phoning it in. And of course, Adam Sandler
no,
and
I don't
his
think
merry
Jamie
brood, they
Lee
phone it in
Curtis
all the
fucking
time. We don't accuse them of being on
Act like a
drugs.
crazy psycho.
Well, no. Adam Sandler, I think, is just doing drugs all the time. So nobody accuses him of doing drugs because he's literally just on drugs all the time. But someone like Jamie Lee Curtis, for this movie particularly, I feel like probably had to smoke at least a little
Oh
bit
no.
to deal with the script and what was going on the set, because the way she looks does not look as serious as she does on more serious movies. She has this very kind of like like exactly just how I acted right there, just this kind of like, oh my god, this is not serious kind of look on her face the entire movie, like laugh it off kind of vibe. And I think that really only comes from smoking a bit of the ganja before each take. I'm not hey, maybe she was just really
Well, okay, we can at least agree on one thing. Cheech Marin was definitely high.
No, actually, that's funny that you mentioned that, because I know for a fact that Cheech Marin was not smoking during that time period.
Oh, wow.
So,
oh, that's ironic as fuck.
Yes, that is super ironic. Cheech Marin was completely sober during that time period, because he went through a period of time from like 2001 to like 2012 where he was basically completely sober in all his roles, because he wanted to be like a quote unquote serious actor.
Yeah, because let me see if I can zoom in on him. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Let's
yeah.
not forget his role in Spy Kids 2. By the way, we should totally review that movie. Because I love it. I think that movie is like amazing in terms of like badness and goodness and like cheesiness. It's amazing.
I've never seen it. I've only seen the first one.
Oh my god. Blue Dragon 5, have you seen that movie?
Yes.
What do you think of it?
Spy Kids 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it. It has its moments. Yeah, it's okay.
What do you think of the Transmogrifier?
That's silly, but that's what Spy Kids franchise has been doing.
The prop, like the prop, like
Oh,
I love
you mean,
that prop.
Oh yeah, I prefer the bigger size to the little ones, but yeah.
The movie, like honestly, doesn't that movie remind you of like a '50s movie, like a '50s like cheesy like kind of like
movie? Now you mention it, maybe a little with like the size of the prop, but it didn't really. Well, just with the size of the thing, yeah, sure.
And like the way that the magnetic dudes are and everything, like it totally is like I honestly think that movie is an homage to like '50s like sci-fi movies.
Let's circle back and get to a closing on the Kranks, if we may.
I mean, I guess there's no reason to go through pros and cons, right?
Yeah, no reason to go through pros and cons. I think just on this kind of some final statements, some closing statements, maybe.
Wait, can I mention one very specific con that I have?
Sure.
Okay, I hate the god-awful, like, modern pop rock covers of Christmas carols that are in the soundtrack.
Really?
La, la, la.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way! Yeah, it's cringeworthy. It's awful. And also, I just thought this was funny. In the Christmas Carol scene, they literally just sing one line of Jingle Bells over and over and over.
True.
It's like you would think they would at least sing different.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Da-da-da. Jingle bells, jingle
All right.
bells, jingle bells all the way. Da-da-da.
Yeah, so I
Closing
think,
statements.
yeah,
I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I apologize.
Don't feel bad.
Okay.
so,
I'm not sorry at all.
closing statements, Stiggy?
Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle is in it.
What?
No,
Really?
seriously, this movie's a fucking train wreck, and even at 90 minutes, it feels like it drags on, and that is like the worst fucking sin a movie can commit in my eyes. And
Hey, Blue Dragon and Tiki, I've got an idea. We should live stream this movie and do a live commentary.
if you wanted to do that, you should have mentioned that before the show, bro.
No, I think after the show is good.
I can't do it after the show. I can't do that because Trevor's in the other room sleeping.
No, I mean like
Afterwards,
yeah.
at another date, we'll figure it out. Oh god.
We should figure that out.
So yeah, I think overall, on paper, initially on paper, again, it was a book in the first place. I had read the book myself, so maybe it achieved.
You read the book, Blue Dragon 5. What did you think of the book? Give us.
No, I haven't read the book. That's the thing.
Oh, you haven't read the book.
Yeah, I haven't read the book. So I mean, I don't know how maybe it achieved the goal, this film, better on paper than it did. But I think just the
Whoa.
Hello?
Oh no.
Hello, Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon, we're losing you, bro.
God damn it.
Hello.
Oh my god. Oh, this is ridiculous.
I'm the worst guest on this podcast ever.
No.
You certainly made this podcast unique. I will give you that much.
Welcome to the Rum Cast.
Oh
Blue
yeah.
Dragon, where'd you go, bro? No!
No, keep it down.
Kevin.
Blue Dragon just like literally fucking dropped out, dude. That's not even cool. He's like literally like the most like official member of this podcast who knows like things and like talks like not just drunken.
There he is, there he is.
Oh, hey, yo,
Oh.
what's up, bro? You're the best, woo, woo, woo.
sorry, I must have cut out or something. So what I was saying, just real quick.
Blue Dragon 5.
Oh my god.
So essentially, I think the premise is there. It's just it really isn't developed the way it should. It's just they should have. They didn't make any statement in the end. I think that's kind of that's a big issue.
No,
Like,
the statement is literally like, oh, you should hate the commercialism of Christmas. Just kidding.
like there's no moral really.
Yeah.
That's kind of where the film really just drags in. It's more just it's like look at this scene, isn't this wacky? And then just, at the end it just doesn't cohesively.
Oh, hey, there's a robber in the house for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah, so a lot of stuff's forced, but you know what, Cole? This is gonna sound crazy, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Any day of the week, I'll tell you, bad movie. However, around Christmas time, it's one of the films I give a bit of a break over Deck the Halls. You know, like I'd say, well, Tim Allen.
I know. I was just gonna like somehow, even though it's a terrible movie, I feel like somehow it's a movie that everyone should watch at least once because like when Christmas time comes around, it's like as much like bad messages as this movie has, as much of like, oh, you guys should celebrate Christmas. Christmas is the only holiday around this time of year. Whoa. I don't know. Somehow this movie really embodies the white Christian feel of being white and Christian. And for that reason, for that reason, I think this is the ultimate white Christian movie for Christmas. You know, like everyone who's white and Christian who watch this movie during the holiday season. Because, specifically, this movie appeals to you. Literally, you white and Christian people. If you're white and Christian, watch this movie. Because Tim Allen is literally like you. And you should be like pretending like you're Tim Allen. And your neighbor is like Dan Aykroyd. And you're like, oh my god, bah humbug, I should go to Florida. And Dan Aykroyd is like, oh, you should go to Florida. And you're like, oh, wow, the Christmas is so great for white Christian people. Wow, amazing.
Let me point out an example.
But you know what? But fuck the black people and fuck the Indian people and fuck everyone else, because during Christmas time, those people can go suck my dick. And you know, really, honestly, anyone who's not white and Christian can really, like, literally go fucking suck it, because if you're not white and fucking Christian, like, I don't even care about your fucking ass. Like, suck my fucking dick, get on your knees, blow my jaw,
reel back a little.
And blow me. Blow me as hard as you fucking can, because you are not white and fucking Christian, and I do not care about your fucking ass. I do not care about you, and I do not care about you because you do not celebrate Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, if you celebrate whatever the fuck else you celebrate, I do not give a fuck.
Alright, easy.
You can suck my Christian white fucking dick.
Okay, we got it.
I rule the fucking world. That's right. I rule the world. I own all the money, and I rule your fucking ass.
Kevin,
so
you've got it completely wrong, man. Tim Allen borrows his Christmas tree from a black guy.
Because you're fucking French.
There are black people in the movie.
Because I'm English, and I'm white.
You're pointing...
Yeah. See, that's my roommate right there. I rule him because he's French, and I'm German. You see that? You see that?
I knew you were fucking disturbing your roommates.
That's the way the world works. That's the way the world works, so eat it. Suck it. Yeah, Blue Dragon 5, I don't even know what you are. But you're gonna be ruled by me. That's right. I love you, guy. I love you, V. You're ruled by me. You're emperor.
But Kevin, yeah, you have it all wrong, dude, because Tim Allen borrows his Christmas tree from a black guy.
What?
Don't you remember?
What?
Remember when he's accused of stealing a Christmas tree from a black man?
Yeah, you have it all wrong, dude. There's black guys in the neighborhood.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There's black guys in the neighborhood.
And they celebrate Christmas.
It's a farce. You don't even get it. You guys don't even get it, because you guys are the inferior white races. You Tyler, you're white, right? You're white, but you're Italian white.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me guess, Blue Dragon 5. You must be a Swiss white or Eastern European white. Oh. No, you'll never compare to the Northern European white people. No. Because we are far superior to you. You know, you'll never get it. No. We will always rule you people, because we are the Northern Europeans. We have all the money.
Oh my God.
And we have everything.
So yeah.
So yeah, exactly. But yeah, I feel like Blue Dragon 5.
Feel like what?
I feel like Blue Dragon 5 really gets it.
Okay.
Like, he truly gets it. Like, the way he said, okay, yeah. He accepted it. He accepted it, you know? As a true Eastern European.
I'm gonna wrap this up or what?
Yeah, speaking of wrapping, so I guess the next time we're unwrapping Arthur Christmas.
Yeah, Arthur Christmas, yeah.
Alright.
And political European disputes are also terrible. Don't get into European politics, because it...
Alright, Kevin, alright.
Alright, okay, let's just wrap up here. Okay,
Do
so...
the song as quick as you can, Blue Dragon 5.
Well, kids, time to dash away, all. But as we wave goodbye, don't you cry. We'll be back again next time.
We
With
realize
even
that
more seasonal shenanigans.
La
Yeah.
la 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 la.
Free
La.
Free Frosty. God damn it.